Just briefly about that first reading, because we're reading Genesis and it's the story of creation, and we have the creation of man and woman, right, together. The sense of complementariness of the man and the woman. The idea is that they have the helpmates of each other. They complete. When you say complement, they don't complement each other like you have a beautiful dress. That's not a compliment. A complete complement with an E, right? We all know that. And this, just a little reflection is that the truth really is that it is a sin that has driven the wedge between men and women. We believe, and that's what we're going to hear about. So because of what we see now is such great harmony, right? There's such harmony before the fall, which is where we are in this reading. They're a helpmate, right? And as you go, beyond this great story, you see the fall because they were naked. There was no shame. They cling to each other. Both of them became one flesh. I mean, it was just the sense of a beautiful harmony, and we know that when we see that because it touches us. We think that's beautiful, husband and wife. There's such harmony. We know that's right. And we know that when they pit themselves against each other, and then there's differences in the fighting against each other, that's sin. That's wrong. It's evil. It's part of the result of evil, right? The result of the fall. And whenever I'm in the presence of men who make fun of women, or women who make fun of men, whether they're stupid or whether they don't drive well or whether one spends too much and the other one is, just like obsessive, compulsive, or whatever, and I think that's all the result of sin. It's all the result of sin. Even if they make fun and it's I'm just joking, but we all know there's truth in joking. That there should be such harmony, respect for each other, respect for the differences, rather than making fun of the differences. But we have a culture that has well accepted that as being okay. But we see today that was never God's intention. There was a sense that the two became one flesh, right? That it's a beautiful image of harmony and the fullness of God and the completeness of God. And that we want to instead celebrate the differences, see them, not see them as a curse, but see them as one of God's great gifts. Christ came to reconcile all of that, to bring that harmony back. And you see that when in the Gospels he starts talking about man and woman and all of that, to respect that. So if anything, if ever you see, the little jokes, or maybe you even make jokes about the differences between men and women, to see that actually as God's great gift and not something that's that funny, right? Or to be ridiculed, but really to be celebrated because they complete each other. And that was God's first plan. And building each other up to make sure we have the fullness of that rather than tearing each other's down and making fun of it, because that was the result of the fall, the division and the wedge between us. And that is the result of sin.